Scorpio, pause for a moment and feel the weight of these words, because what you are about to hear was never meant for ordinary ears. It was carved into the fabric of your spirit long before you entered this world, sealed within your soul like a secret. Only the stars could guard until now. And if these words have found you, it is not by chance but by divine appointment, a call written in the very rhythm of the universe. You are the chosen one. Every strange pull you have felt in your life, every sudden turn that defied logic, every heartbreak that seemed unbearable, these were not accidents. They were cosmic fingerprints marking you as someone who could endure, someone who could transform, someone who could carry a sacred fire others would never touch. Imagine the moment of your birth, not as a simple beginning, but as the striking of a bell that echoed through lifetimes, alerting unseen realms that a force of destiny had arrived on Earth. Imagine the invisible seal placed upon your chest, glowing faintly even when you doubted yourself, and know now that it has always been there, waiting for this moment of remembrance. Scorpio, the pain you carried was never punishment. It was initiation. The universe chiseling you like stone, pressing you like coal until the diamond of your essence could emerge. And though you may have asked 1,000 times, why me? Why so heavy? The truth is that you were designed to hold what others could not. And tonight, as this revelation pours into your spirit, the silence inside you begins to tremble, because the hidden truth of your destiny has been unlocked. You were never meant to simply exist. You were meant to awaken, and this is the moment where awakening begins. How do you know you are the chosen one, Scorpio? Not because life handed you golden opportunities, not because your path was smooth or your victories effortless, but because from the very beginning you were set apart by the weight of trials that would have broken lesser souls, by the constant sense of difference that clung to you no matter how hard you tried to blend in, by the persistent ache that whispered you were made for something more. Being chosen is not about being spared from suffering. It is about being shaped through it. And if you have ever felt that your pain carried meaning too deep to be random, then you have touched the edge of this truth. Like a diamond buried beneath layers of darkness, you were pressed by unseen forces hidden from view, and often misunderstood even by those closest to you. Yet this concealment was not a curse. It was the very process that allowed your brilliance to form. The chosen one is marked by endurance, not ease, by resilience, not recognition. Think back on the moments you thought would end you, the betrayals that cut like knives, the rejections that silenced your spirit, yet still you rose, again and again, each time carrying a sharper clarity, a deeper strength, a stronger light. That cycle is the unmistakable sign. You did not crumble, you transformed, and that is what it means to be chosen. Scorpio, your sacred mission is not a title, not a job, not even a single role that can be defined by human words. It is the living pulse of your existence, the thread woven through every choice, every relationship, every test you face, a mission written not on paper, but etched into your very soul. You are the torchbearer in the dark, the one who steps forward when others shrink back, the one who carries the flame that reminds others there is still light, even when the night feels endless. Your mission is not about changing the entire world with one action. It is about embodying transformation so fully that every person who crosses your path feels it, sees it, and is awakened by it. You are the mirror that reflects hidden truths back to those who deny them, the healer whose wounds become medicine for others, the bridge between shadow and dawn, proving with your very life that resurrection is real, that what dies in you can rise in a new form. You are not here to be ordinary. You are here to embody possibility, to remind every soul you encounter that they too carry the seed of light. And Scorpio, when you embrace that your life has never been random, that every storm was training, that every silence was preparation, you will see your mission awaken like a fire that cannot be contained. roaring with the clarity that you were born not to follow but to lead. Deep inside you, Scorpio, lies a power so vast that even you have struggled to believe it is real. A force that slumbers like a dragon in the cave of your chest, waiting, coiled, patient, until the right moment comes to awaken. And when it does not rise quietly. It transforms everything it touches. You have seen glimpses of it in your intuition, in the way you can sense lies before words are spoken, in the way you can feel energy shifts in a room without anyone explaining, in the way your spirit is drawn toward truths that others cannot see. This hidden power is not violence, not destruction, though it sometimes comes dressed as endings. It is purification, the sacred fire that strips away illusions and forces what is false to fall apart. People have called you intense, too much, even dangerous, but what they really felt was the tremor of this hidden power radiating through you. And like the phoenix, you have burned again and again, in heartbreaks, in failures, in betrayals that tried to bury you. And yet every time the fire consumed what was false, you rose brighter, stronger, more luminous. That cycle is not weakness, it is your gift. Where others collapse, you rise. Where others break, you transform. Where others end, you begin again. And that is why you are chosen. Because your hidden power is not about surviving one lifetime. It is about embodying eternity. Living proof that nothing, not even death, can extinguish what burns in you. And when you finally trust this power fully, Scorpio, you will see how every storm bows to your flame, how every ending bends into a beginning, and how the world itself shifts when you allow your sacred fire to move through you without fear. To be chosen is to be tested. And Scorpio, your life has been nothing less than a series of sacred trials designed to forge the strongest version of you. You have faced betrayals that left scars across your trust, endured losses that hollowed your heart, walked alone through nights that felt endless and cold. Yet even in those moments, you carried within you an ember that refused to go out. That ember is proof. Trials are not punishments. They are confirmations. Every wound carved into your spirit became a doorway to deeper compassion. Every rejection sharpened your discernment. Every abandonment taught you resilience. While others may have broken under such weight, you did not. You adapted, you endured, you transformed. These trials were not random obstacles thrown in your way. They were initiations, sacred rites that only those with a chosen soul could survive. Each storm that raged around you was a hidden teacher, each betrayal a mirror, each collapse an initiation into deeper strength. And though at the time it felt as if the universe had turned against you, in truth the universe was shaping you, chiseling away the illusions, forcing you to discover the unshakable foundation within yourself. Think of iron placed in fire until it glows. What once seemed fragile emerges unbreakable, and so it has been with you. And now as you look back, you realize that the very things that once threatened to destroy you are the reasons you carry the wisdom, the courage, and the power that you do today. The universe has been speaking to you all along, Scorpio, marking your path with signs that others overlook, but that your soul cannot ignore. Have you noticed the repeating numbers on clocks, 1111 or 222, flashing just when you are questioning yourself, as if the cosmos were whispering, yes, keep going? Have you had dreams so vivid they left you shaken? Messages wrapped in symbols that seemed nonsensical, but haunted you with meaning? Have coincidences piled up like stepping stones, meeting the right person at the exact moment, hearing the exact phrase you needed, finding doors open when all seemed closed? These are not accidents. They are confirmations. You have felt the universe tugging at you with synchronicities too sharp to dismiss, and though others laughed or shrugged, you knew in your bones they were real. That sensitivity, that awareness, is the seal of the chosen one. You are marked by intuition, by visions, by the strange ability to sense storms before they arrived. You may have tried to doubt it, to dismiss it, but the signs only grew louder, more undeniable, until here you are listening now, in this moment that was always meant to find you. Notice also the small quiet ways the world answers you. A stranger's kindness that arrives exactly when your hope is low. A song on the radio that feels like a message. A sudden scent that pulls you back to a memory that contains the lesson you need. These gentle echoes are part of the language the cosmos uses to guide you. Pay attention and keep a ledger of these moments. Write them down, photograph them, collect them like sacred proof, because over time the pattern becomes a map. Do not let skepticism silence the signals. Discernment is your ally, but so is wonder. Learn to read the grammar of your soul. What repeats, what tugs, what lingers. Share these signs with your circle. Sometimes the mirror of community validates what our isolation discounts. And if fear tries to convince you these are illusions, remember this. The very recurrence of these whispers is the universe's persistence in calling you home. This too is a sign, Scorpio. The fact that your spirit is stirred, that your heart is racing, that your soul feels recognized, is the universe once again whispering, "It is you." Scorpio, you carry more than your own story. You carry the echoes of generations, the voices of ancestors who walked before you, whose battles shaped your bloodline, whose wounds still ripple through your spirit. Some of the struggles you face did not begin with you. They are inherited, passed down through silence, through pain never spoken, through cycles never broken. You may feel fear that is not yours, anger that rises suddenly, sadness with no explanation, and these are the fingerprints of ancestral memory woven into your soul. But here is the truth. You were chosen because you are strong enough to end what they could not. You are the answer to their prayers, the fulfillment of their longing that someone in the lineage would rise, would transform curses into blessings, chains into freedom, sorrow into wisdom. Imagine them standing behind you, hands on your shoulders, whispering strength into your spine, watching as you walk into battles they could not fight, cheering as you heal wounds they could not close. You are not carrying their pain, Scorpio. You are carrying their hope, their resilience, their dream of liberation. By healing yourself, you heal them. By rising, you free them. By embracing your mission, you honor them. You are the bridge between past and future, the living testimony that their sacrifices were not in vain. And when you speak words of truth, when you choose forgiveness instead of bitterness, when you break cycles of silence with courage, you are not only rewriting your own story, you are rewriting theirs as well. Feel their presence in your blood, their songs humming through your heartbeat, their lessons guiding you even when you cannot name them. They chose you long before you knew you were chosen, and the strength you draw upon today is the living inheritance of their undying love. Though the path of the chosen one can feel isolating, Scorpio, you were never meant to walk it alone. Just as a single star shines brighter when seen as part of a constellation, your light is magnified when joined with others awakening on similar journeys. Across the world there are souls who carry the same codes, who feel the same pull, who are rising alongside you, and when you connect with them, your mission expands beyond yourself. The chosen one is not a solitary figure. It is a catalyst, a leader, a voice that inspires others to remember their own light. By sharing your story, by stepping into community, you multiply healing. Your pain becomes testimony. Your survival becomes inspiration. Your presence becomes proof that no one has to walk through darkness alone. And as you join with others, you discover that you were never truly isolated. You were always part of a larger family, a cosmic network of light bearers whose connection transcends time and space. Scorpio, now it becomes clear why you were chosen, why the weight has been heavy, why the journey has been relentless. Your purpose is not hidden in titles or achievements. It is revealed in the way you rise, in the way you embody transformation, in the way your very life speaks louder than words. You are here to be a bridge, a living testimony that healing is real, that endings are beginnings, that destiny is not a cage but a doorway. You are here to remind the broken that they are not beyond repair, to remind the hopeless that light is still ahead, to remind the silenced that their voice matters. Your sacred mission is to stand as proof that what dies in fire can rise in glory, that what is shattered can be remade, that what is buried can bloom. And Scorpio, when you live in that truth, you not only fulfill your own destiny, you awaken the destinies of those around you. Scorpio, if these words have pierced your soul, it is because they were meant to find you. You are not here by coincidence. You are here because the universe is reminding you of your chosenness, of the mission etched into your being, of the power that has always been yours. If this message resonates, declare it. Drop a Milky Way in the comments and affirm that you accept the call of the chosen one. Share your reflections. Connect with this community. Let your voice join the constellation of others rising in this moment. Thank you for listening, for enduring, for allowing your spirit to be awakened. Thank you for being proof that transformation is possible, that resilience is real, that destiny is alive within us. Remember, you are not ordinary. You never were. You are the chosen one, and your sacred mission is unfolding even now. Walk in power, walk in faith, walk in light, and as you do, may blessings overflow, may doors open, may miracles surround you, and may your life shine as living evidence that the universe always knew exactly who you were meant to be.